Hello YouTube, welcome back. So today let's talk about the big elephant in the room. So the other day, like one day ago, BBC ilitoa a video of the Blood Parliament ikiongelea story ya what happened during the Gen Z demonstration. That's last year June, and it's been quite a lot to talk about around the internet now. A lot of things happened, and there are a lot of questions arising from the whole point. And thank you so much for the support, Namanze. Thank you so much for the unity among people. So nimecheki hiyo documentary, man. I don't know kama umewatch, but nimewatch venye ilitoka, nikaiwatch jana, and in the middle of the old clip I was just paused alafu nafikiria like and it's so clear that actually the three main identified victims who were killed during the demonstration are among a lot more people, many more people. I mean, the three main ones who were identified and the specific people who killed them were identified. So one thing for clear is that they were not the main target. Like huyu jamaa polisi akamwa like na huyu ilikuwa happen like this guy will shoot na wana dead. And me and you tuliko kwa street na tukatoka live. Manzene grace ya God sana, so we have to thank God. But also one thing and very clear is that actually we are the people and we have to hold our leaders accountable, man. Now the other thing is the power is with the people, man. So thank you so much. Nime analyze that video so far, and for the first time in this video I'm going to read I've done an analysis on a documentary about the Blood Parliament documentary, where it's by the BBC African Eye. Na nataka niwape analysis ya what that old clip in a showcase, and at the end of it tutaona a conclusion of the whole point. So for the groundbreaking documentary inaongelea about the BBC Blood Parliament, it gives a raw and powerful look into Kenya's most intense youth-led protest in recent history, whereby that's last year, and the focus on Gen Z activism. Okay, so the video basically on BBC, the film highlights how young Kenyans, that's most of them the Gen Z, led the charge against the 2024 finance bill. And it demonstrates how digitally native youth mobilize nationwide protests using social media like X, Space, the TikTok and Instagram. Because that's where most of us who tunaambiana the strategies, kuja na maji, beba your Bluetooth speaker to get down, because it was a sherehe while fighting for our rights. That's what it is, because tulikuwa there so peacefully. And then now they saw technology inasema that the dramatic parliamentary scene whereby most people were killed, it captures the shocking scenes of protesters storming Parliament on June 25th, 2024, an event that symbolized citizen outrage. Watu walikuwa wamejam sana, man. Imagine you voting in a leader na kusikizi, instead yeye anaenda kufanya mambo zake zenye ana feel like zinamfavor, which is something so bad. So another point is that the vivid footage of chaos, gunshots and tear gas shows how far tensions escalated. Mambo ilikuwa mbaya. Because tell me why the police, hapo kale ilikuwa the Kenya Police Force, and that should be changed to Kenya Police Service, because the police give service to the people and the public, because they are mandated to protect the people. Now make sure like security is maintained and there's peace and unity among the people. That's why it's not a force, it was changed to a service. But in case it comes a time whereby the police, actually there's this phrase that some people walikuwa nasema mazema polisi ndio wanaleta fujo. Imagine demonstrators wako tu peacefully wanaimba like it's our country and we need what's our right, but instead mapolisi wanaanza kujam, wanaanza kutupa matia gas, ndio wameanza shoot watu. Like it was so bad. Instead of the now protesters to demonstrate, now the police were demonstrating instead of them upholding security na to make sure like everything is good. So it's a lot, and yeah, make sure you check out that video. And another thing is that in terms of use of technology, it showcases how the Gen Z, used live spaces like remember there were X Space live times when watu wako na join for more than 100,000 people, na unapata wanaongea for hours sharing the ideas on what is expected from our leaders. And the use of live spaces, the hashtags, and you remember actually there's a time where ilikuwa what finance bill 2024 ilikuwa this hashtag ilitrend sana on X international, ilikuwa was it I don't know what it was, stop finance bill 2024 and nimesahau the hashtag, but it was among the viral videos to build momentum. And then under the use of technology, it showcases that actually protesters translated the finance bill into local languages to create awareness across all regions. What our leaders do forget is that this was one of the most educated generations so far. You remember that young people came in so handy to an extent that actually people dig deep into the finance bill so that waka translate finance bill into the local languages so that the person yuko mashambani mwenye ako ocha ko where anaweza understand what the government is trying to impose on the people. Now we are aware of what is going to happen, and that was something so impressive, so that was something technology came in so handy. So what about the police brutality and the civil responses? So it says that actually documented instances of excessive police force and tragic facilities, uliona watu wakiuliwa out of nowhere, and then interviews and visuals offer emotional context to the government's crackdown. So hii story yote inaleta what impact on leadership. So generally the backlash forced President Ruto to withdraw the finance bill and later dismiss most of his cabinet. It's so unfortunate that actually after all these killings, people demonstrating, and it got an international eye, is when the president came in and anasema now history tumeona watu wameongea, na since watu ndo wako na power, acha to see hii finance bill to scrub. After people demonstrating, after watu wameuliwa, is when now they are trying to listen. And the most ironical thing is that the same MPs who had voted in the finance bill walikuwa hapo nyuma yake wanapiga makofi at Saprezo aje sign the finance bill iende through. That's how ironical it is. So on a club, what's so big when they were fighting in the parliament, not listen to the people, but now wana clap ati saa Prezo amesema sign na wana clap. That's so funny. So leaders man, next time acha to vote in leaders wako na sound mind, watu wanajua kitu wanafanya. And also another thing is that it marked a rare moment where grassroots protests led to significant government action. Nakumbuka protests zilikuwa zinafanywa all over the country. There was Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Kisii, huko majuu mjini Mandela, huko wapi, na watu walitokea, and that was something so impressive. So what's the conclusion about all this story na hii document? Kama uja watch this, what the conclusion about this, that almost 40 minutes Blood Parliament documentary is about. One, the documentary affirms the Gen Z as powerful political force with digital tools as the main weapon. That's why ukichekia video or even kwa ground uko nasikia we are peaceful, people shouting tuko peaceful, but watu mapolisi bado wana shoot. And that's how they took the weapon was using social media na kumobilize among each other, na watu wakatokea. Another point to conclusion to do from the documentary, the Blood Parliament shows a shift in civic engagement from tribal politics to issue-based, youth-driven activism. Awazai wetu wamezwa like sisi sasa ndio tuweze wase, acha tushete stories za tribal so that to divide wase and then we take to manipulate, but that was not the case. Whether you are Mkisi, you are a Kos, wewe ni Mjaluo, wewe ni Mkamba, wewe ni Meru, wewe ni nani Mtaita, we don't care about that. Kenya ni yetu sisi sote, and we have to take action because Kenya is ours and Kenya is our business. So that's another thing. Another conclusion from the documentary is that it underlines the importance of accountability, transparency and public inclusion in national policy making. That's ukiona hizi policy before ziende kumekiwa into law, there's what is called public participation. Because there is something that was happening last year whereby the public should take part now or sign some bills before they go to be taken to the National Assembly. And the funny thing is that some leaders will manipulate some people on our lipa so that they support a certain bill, which is not positive. That's why in some lawmaking, the public should take part during public participation, and the leaders should at least take consideration of what the public is saying, because people like the MPs represent the people and their views. Another conclusion from the documentary is that BBC's coverage immortalizes a turning point in Kenya's democratic journey. A new generation demanded a seat at the table and got it. Even though bado tulikuwa tunaona kuna some youths who are, manipulated na bado were registered into some political parties, but that's their choice. But now the thing is, the beauty about the youth is that they did not have a leader. They were all one, because if you have that one person, he can be manipulated and anything can be done to them. But now the beauty is that they were so smart. That's us, sisi manzema Gen Z. I'm not that old. They were so smart na we were all united na wakasema tuna leader. Even though some people walikuwa wanajitokeza like sisi ndio ma leader, and some people tried even to come up with some political party. Lakini majenzi walikuwa na wasalima na mbea mabri, hiyo political party ya kuenda wewe na watu wa kwenu mjini hapo mufanye shughuli zenu za nyumbani. So thank you so much, man. Let's have Kenya to be our business, and the future is bright, man. We have to fight for our rights. Now make sure manze, mobilize our people. Make sure manze, wewe ndio unajua utataka country yako ikuaje, man. Make sure umevote leader sound kwa represent pia, na make sure umechukua kura manze. Mayouth kona watch video, make sure umeregister kura. The next election as the near make sure umechukua kura yako hapo hivyo, because itafika point, actually funny thing, itafika point nearing to the few months towards the next elections, itafika point majenzi tena watoke manze, in case uonekane anywhere public. One of the things for you ndio utembe freely public na usikupewe machapati, lazima uwe na kadi yako ya kura. Kama una kadi yako ya kura unakula machapati. So man, so may the soldiers who were killed during the Gen Z protest 2024, may their souls rest in peace, man. We never forget such like heroes, maze, and may their families have the peace that they do deserve, man. And nobody deserves to die when fighting for their rights and when fighting for a better future. Man, thank you so much. Always know that the power is in your hands, and let's catch up in the next video. Bye bye for now.